Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review. It is day one without Paul. Technical nightmares backstage. I'm blaming Billy, but we'll move on. He's laughing. He knows it's him. We'll spare him the embarrassment and we'll crack on.
It's a good one.
Yeah, welcome in everybody for first show without Paul. So it's news show. It's me and Billy. So we're going to run riot. I think Sam is coming tonight. She's just she's running a little bit late. She's got little legs, so she'll join us eventually. But yeah, tonight we've got loads and loads to cover. So welcome in everybody. We are going to be talking about the new technical director. Who, don't worry, I will teach you how to pronounce the name because there is a short version. So new technical director was recently announced sort of last hour for Newcastle United. No, that is not a sporting director. We will explain why. We've linked with a couple of new players. Ekitike to Liverpool is a bit of a sour, what is it? A sour grape? Is that what you say? It's very sour, whatever it is. I'm not particularly happy about that. I don't want to play against him, but never mind. There is also some comments from Eddie Howe that I don't think we've read through yet, which we're going to touch on tonight. Plus anything else that Billy might be able to bring to the table. Now he's got his headphones working. Good evening, Billy.
Good evening, and good evening to the Toon Review Massive. The Magpie Massive, all of you fantastic people out there in viewerland.
Thank you very much. We will kick things off by welcoming everybody in. Please make sure you have liked the show before we carry on, because we are going to do an immediate go through of technical director, players, and loads of stuff to go through today. So make sure before you sit down, if you already are sat down, hit the like button. It's really, really important to grow the channel and get us up in the search results. Make sure you've hit subscribe because we've got loads more to come. We've got all the preseason games, loads of news, all the transfers, tons and tons of stuff. So make sure you subscribe so you can come back. Additionally, you can become a member if you would like to support the channel. I believe it's a little $sign or something like that down there somewhere under Billy.
Join.
Is it the join button? Yeah, the $sign is if you just want to donate and just support the channel. The join button is a membership, so you can pay monthly just to support the channel, and it goes to things like giveaways for you guys. You can get involved in winning shirts, signed memorabilia, mugs, merch, all of the above. But make sure you also do check out the toonreview.com as well, which is the website where you can go and get some merch with some cool stuff to do with the channel. And also a quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Mamaroo Records, as well, which is in the top left, top right, with a link in the description. And I like coffee. Thank you, Josh. Much appreciated. Also, please vote for the Toon Review in the 2025 Football Content Creator Awards. The category, this is an important bit, is the Best Club Content Creator Premier League. We are not a podcast. We do 10-minute news videos, or at least Paul does, and then we do live format where we talk to you guys. We do not sit in a fancy little office all together with a cup of coffee with guests on. We are not, unfortunately, privileged enough to do that. That is a podcast. This is not a podcast. This is a live format show with you guys, and we interact with you all the time. So please make sure you go down and vote for us. It would be very much appreciated. We've been in the finals like the last 3 or 4 years on the trot, which is literally down to you guys because you're amazing. So thank you very, very much for that. And as Martin says, do all the things down there, the likes and the bell icons and subscriptions. It's very, very much appreciated. Have we talked about 40k subs, Billy? Has that been?
Well, we mentioned it on Saturday for quite a while because we had nothing else to talk about, really. But
yeah. Well, yeah, I haven't spoken about it yet. So thank you, everybody, for getting us there. I think I joined the channel. I do remember it was Dave and Paul did their 10K stream in a celebration. I joined. It was not too long after that. So the fact that we're now on 40 is absolutely absurd. So it's all down to you guys. So thank you very much for that. Very quickly, super chat from Sean NUFC. NOK, Billy?
I think it's Norwegian Crowder, isn't it?
Oh, and I have just spotted something as well. It appears the wife has broken the shirt. Oh dear. Broken shirt in the wash. Do you want to know the irony of this, Billy? Is this was a replacement shirt of one that she broke like 5 years ago anyway. Oh dear. Never mind. I know. Sorry, Sean. Waiting for a Newcastle. Here we go. Is like waiting for Alex to get a tattoo. Yeah, Sean, mate, it's permanent. I've got to get it right. You know, this is a bit different. We don't have to keep a player forever if we sign him. I do have to keep a tattoo forever, so that is quite important. Chippers, member for 43 months. God, that is a long time. I find what is happening off the field at Newcastle this summer is baffling. I agree, but I think some things today might calm it marginally. We'll see. And Johnny NUFC, member for 22 months. Congrats on 40k. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right, we're going to pause the chat for a second. Let's go and do some talking. Billy.
Yeah, so one more thing before we go any further. Because Paul isn't here, make sure you hit your notification bell, because we could be putting shows in, breaking news, etc. So notification bell has to be hit, and then you'll know exactly what's going on. At the minute, it's the schedule's one every other day, seems like, but it might be changing with news coming in. So make sure that bell is hit, and you'll know.
100%. As Billy says, if something cool happens, we're going to go live. So we'll wait and see. So technical director, everyone, we might as well share our screens. Why not? Let's put something on screen, because it's the big juicy gossip of today. So we'll go with Keith Downey first, because he's our tried and trusted Sky Sports correspondent. Newcastle United have appointed Sudarshan Kopaladisakan. I don't know how to say the surname. That is a mouthful. He goes by Suds. So let's just call him Suds. Reporting into a new sporting director. So he is a technical director that will report to a sporting director. There is apparently a difference. We will talk about that. He will lead the club's football data operations, working closely with Eddie Howe and his coaching staff alongside the club's performance, medical analysis, methodology, and recruitment team. He was previously, Billy, director of footballing intelligence at Atalanta. And he was also previously head of sports data science at Benfica for 5 years. And then prior to that, I don't know if you know, he was at Microsoft.
Oh, wow. That is interesting. He seems like a geek, a technical geek, a computer geek.
Have you read anything on him so far? What are your thoughts?
Well, the fact he was linked with Atalanta at a time where Atlanta thrived massively speaks volumes for him, I think. I'm looking forward to see what he does. It's not a sporting director, but it's someone who reports to a sporting director. So there's another appointment to come. But this fellow seems to know what he's doing. He's a computer wizard by the sound of things, and data analyst and all that. Data analyst seems like the elite of the elite in data analysis. So I'm looking forward to what he can do.
Well, there's a few people talking about the transfers and that being a priority. I mean, it does say that he's going to be working alongside the recruitment team.
Good.
So whether he's part of it or working alongside it, whatever it might be, he's going to be working closely with them. I absolutely love this, because he's not a sporting director. This is just an extra role, and it's completely data based. And I think you absolutely need somebody in this day and age at the club in this capacity. And for you guys who want to know more about him, there is so much online. There's so much. I'll show you loads of where you can go and find out about him. He's done podcasts. He was at StatsBomb. He's done a conference. You can literally go and listen to exactly how this guy thinks about football and about running the data side of a football club. So you can go and you don't have to listen to me. You can watch this bloke on stage talking about how he wants to run football. You can even go and read his published paper on corners, which he published with the Harvard University as well in America. So very, very cool. I'll show you all of that. First of all, Billy, I kind of want to just take a little bit of a left turn. Eddie Howe's comments about Paul Mitchell. I don't know if you and Paul have had this conversation, but I just kind of want to swing back around and talk about it if you haven't had this. But it's an Eddie Howe quote. So this is quoted from Eddie Howe. My phone exploded. I was just enjoying the second day of my holiday, and that quickly went sour. It was the second day, and I didn't know. It was a complete surprise to me and a big disappointment, because we have stability. We were planning for the summer ahead, and then it's a big upheaval internally that we've been through before with Dan Ashworth leaving. So I've experienced this before, and I know sort of the cost that departure comes with. So it wasn't a good first couple of days on holiday for me. Howe's words about Paul Mitchell and that situation?
That kind of answers the question for me about why. Well, it doesn't answer why he left, because it certainly isn't Eddie Howe creating havoc in the background. I would say that Paul Mitchell just didn't settle or wanted to leave. We've got a Man United fan in the chat who thinks Bruno Guimaraes is going to Man United. No way, mate. Absolutely no way. Not happening.
Yeah. No.
Dear me, red times.
Oh god, we've got Sandro Tonali as well. Oh dear. I mean, we'll leave him in the chat. He's another viewer. You can just be you can be one of those.
Why would he go to a club that finished 6th from bottom of the Premier League? Not going to happen.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. We're in the Champions League. Come on. Yeah. So those quotes, unless somebody has a good suggestion in the chat. I mean, any ideas, guys, in the chat? What possibly could have happened here? Because we all theorized about 4 or 5 different options and things that could have happened. And the general consensus was Eddie doesn't play nice in the sandbox. But Eddie, based on this quote, has gone, whoa, I didn't know anything about this. I wasn't expecting this. I thought we had stability. I thought we had a plan. So Eddie is, to me, this is the way I'm interpreting this. And again, this is one of those things that is highly subjective. I'm taking that as he hasn't had a clue about this or involvement, unless he's obviously lying, which I would never want to say about Eddie Howe, because he seems like it's very, very sort of straight arrow and a very straight shooter. So weird, really weird, because it's completely against what all the journalists have said.
Unless he's lying, which is, he's not going to absolutely lie through his teeth. No, I think it's a case of
doesn't seem like on the guy.
Yeah, exactly, and it's kind of a libelous thing as well, isn't it? So, I think Paul Mitchell hasn't settled in Newcastle, hasn't settled in the area for whatever reason, or the job didn't meet his remit, or he knew that he wasn't able to spend as much as what he was when he was at Spurs, for instance, or other places. There's lots of reasons why he possibly got unhappy, but doesn't seem like Eddie Howe's one of them, which is good news, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
in a small
if there
way.
was an internal issue, do you not think he would have been? Would it not be okay PR-wise for him to state that there was a difference in opinion and it was difficult to agree on certain aspects of recruitment? Is that a bad PR move to?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's good that there's a kind of differences of opinion. You want your technical director or sporting director, and the manager to kind of push for their corner. That's exactly what you want. Otherwise, one's just bowing and kowtowing. Yeah, I think healthy debate's good debate, isn't it?
Very weird, very, very weird. I don't know how I feel about this, because I think we, unfortunately, as a fan base, Eddie Howe, it seems like a fantastic bloke, and I'm just gonna trust my gut and just go with what he's stated, because I've got no reason to distrust him. But it does go against everything the journalists have said about he doesn't play nice. He's kind of gone, oh, I thought this was all, I thought we were fine. I thought there was a bit of stability and we were going to sort this out. And yeah. And the fact that he was told when he was on holiday, he was called up 2 days into his holiday as well, kind of implies that he didn't know. Weird. Very weird. There's some weird stuff going on in this chat, Billy. Louise is saying that Lewis Miley's gone alone to China. I mean, I've not seen that in social media, but we'll see.
Unless I start of a limerick, but I don't want to go
there. Some slightly lesser news before we swing back around to the new technical director. Odysseus Vlachodimos has apparently rejected a move to Pumas in Mexico. Is it what is it? Is it La Liga Nox? No, that's
Portugal.
I can't remember what the Portuguese league is called.
It's got an MX, is it? La Liga MX?
Yeah, Liga MX, something like that. Yeah, so he's rejected the move there. There's some theories that he just didn't want to go to Mexico. He wanted to stay in Europe. And then I think people have said Romano said this, but I can't find the tweet. He's linked him to a move with a move to Villarreal in La Liga in Spain. So, but it's going to be a loan move, because selling him now, we wouldn't make our money back. If anything, it would negatively affect us in a PR capacity. PSR capacity. And I tell you what, we will actually get Lady Sam's opinion on this, because she has joined us. Her little legs have reached her studio. Here she is. Hello, Sam.
Hey, how we doing? How's group therapy going? Are you okay?
We haven't started on that yet.
Well, there's been some crazy stuff in the last hour. I don't know if you've seen.
Oh, no, I have not. What's happening?
Oh, there you go. Breaking news for Sam here, guys. So, Sam, in the last hour, we have signed a new technical director.
Oh, tell me all about him. Tell me the story. This is exciting, though.
Not a sporting director, a technical director, which is different.
Okay, tell me what he does. Something technical, no doubt.
Here he is, Mr. Sudarshan Gopaladesikan. I don't know how to say his surname. Nickname Suds. He's called
Suds. Is he 11? He's a baby.
I mean, he's got a good CV. You might be interested in this. So here he is in his beautiful new shirt in front of the training centre. So we have a little excerpt on the Newcastle United website. So Newcastle United have appointed, I'm not going to say his name again, as the club's technical director, reporting into a new sporting director. So he's going to be below the sporting director, known as Suds. So we've got the official okay from the club to call him Suds. So I'm going to go for it. Will lead the club's football data operations. So he's going to be working with the club's performance, medical, analysis, methodology, and recruitment teams. His role will be dedicated to implementing data-informed practices. It is going to be men's, women's, and academy teams, Sam. So he's going through the entire club.
Terrific.
Background. So he's just left about 5 days ago. He left Atalanta, and I'm going to read you his departure on LinkedIn because he said goodbye to everyone at Atalanta. It's quite interesting. And he's also previously, so he was the director of football intelligence at Atalanta in Serie A. They did secure 3 consecutive top 5 finishes, and of course they won the Europa League with that Lookman hat trick in the final. And they reached the Coppa Italia final. He was also, before Italy, the head of sports data science at Benfica, which is, again, 2 huge clubs with very good recent success to be a part of. So final of the UEFA Champions League and Europa League. Women's team won 2 national titles, and the academy reached to the UEFA Youth Final twice and actually won the 2021-22 edition. So he's got some minerals and something to back up that CV. He's done good across all aspects, whether it's men, women's, or youth. And he also you will love this, Sam. That he's got some online podcasts and interviews. He actually did a speech with StatsBomb at the conference, so you can go and watch that. So just so people know, I believe it is this one. So here is being. No, it's not that one. Where it was the title. So standing on the shoulders of giants. So at the StatsBomb conference 2024. So go and have a look at the StatsBomb YouTube page after you've watched our show, of course. Please don't run away now. So if you want to go and have a look, he does a full 20-minute breakdown of career paths of football players and working in football, and the whole. It's more for clubs themselves and running football clubs that he talks about in that capacity. So very, very interesting indeed. And we do also have, where is his LinkedIn? I mean, I will go and find that in a minute. While I'm doing that, we'll just.
What's your thoughts on it, Billy?
The fact he was linked, he was at Atalanta at a time when they thrived massively. It's a massive plus for me. It really is.
It's what you do with it, though, isn't it, Billy?
Well, exactly. It's not Friday.
Billy, do you want to read some super chats out while
I'll tell you what. We'll do. We'll read some super chats as that happens. So where do we get to? Susan Fagan,
Adam
super
Bell.
Chat. Yeah. Sorry, Adam Bell, super chat. Started, did you see the tweet from Fabrizio about Aklius? Even though we've bought Alanga, do you think he's a possible option for Newcastle?
I did see him tweet, but I can't see us buying 2 right wingers when we've got so many other positions to recruit for.
Yeah. Susan Fagan with her super chat. She simply says, do you think Isak stays? That's a big question. We probably will answer it later on. But positive for me, I think he will, personally. George T with a super chat, just in the 40k milestone. It's Bath, well done, TTR. Lenny Godbar, that's a fantastic username. I wonder if Suds will have any pull with Scalvini. Not sure he will, to be fair. I think it's football side of things, and maybe that's not his cup of tea, but he will have all the computer stuff on him, which is great. We've entered with the Indonesian, whatever Indonesia have. Might even be Indian rupees. But he says, Mitchell wanted some control. Eddie Howe's final sound, players incoming, outgoing. Owners complicate in terms of spending, and Mitch feels, why am I here then? Well, you're kind of surmising there with Enjo, aren't you? Well, no one really knows, do they?
Yeah, we don't have eyes on the inside.
Emmy came around with a super chat. Thank you very much. He says, this was supposed to be transformative summer. turning into absolute nightmare. We're looking competent, inept, and rudderless. Need to right the ship. Couldn't agree more with all that.
It has been
well,
transformed.
we've been
I went from being
before.
happy to irritated. So
yeah.
Yeah, but is this not? Is this technical director appointment not? It's not. We're still fairly rudderless, but we've been sent like an oar or at least some kind of steering implement.
Yes.
It's a good
Well,
start.
a lollipop stick.
Yeah.
The Crocodile with this super chat says finally a name beats Stato. He's talking about Suds.
Suds.
Emma's been a member for 9 months. Hi, Alex, Billy, Bob. You're doing a great job, and hopefully in the next few days we will hopefully sign someone. Obviously, she will say hello to Sam as well, but he wasn't here at the time, Sam. But there you go. That's all the super chats sorted. I did find something good on Twitter earlier, really good, which I'd like to put up because I'm not a fan of Luke Edwards, you may have noticed, but he today cooked one of the biggest bullshit merchants on Twitter. Did anyone see this?
I did not. No. Tell all.
Well, I'll put the tweet up. Luke Edwards said, I've written an article which will be published tomorrow morning in the Telegraph that will attempt to explain everything that has happened in the summer, what is going on now and why. It's taken a long time to pull together lots of conversations with multiple sources. And Indy Kaler, who is the bullshit merchant in this case, is one of the worst, if not the worst. What time, Luke, so I can set my clock? Luke says, set your alarm for early. If you don't have a Telegraph subscription, I'll do you a deal. Stop making stuff up and I'll send you it for free. I do admire the hustle out. You're very good. Nice to learn every month from Twitter supplements your KFC wages.
Wow. That is actually incredible from Luke. I love that.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a Luke Edwards fan, but I am now.
I mean, I don't mind Luke Edwards. To be fair, the longer that we do football content together, the less I mind Craig Hope and him. They can be a bit negative, but I just don't like how they've got sources. I think it's silly that they've got connections. I think the club should completely stop all of that. But it's the game, isn't it? It's how it works. Every club's got them. But yeah, fair enough.
But their sources is definitely
AFC, though.
Infinite times better than Indy Kaler News's. Who I think just plucked them out of his back passage.
Oh, there's a lot of them like that. That's why we took a heavy stance on this channel to just kind of dig our heels in the sand and say, no, we're going to try and just report on the truth and facts as much as possible. Because I think everybody really struggles to wade through the chaotic information online. It's horrible. So just before we carry on, we have a lovely LinkedIn goodbye from Studs to Atalanta from 5 days ago. There's lots of lovely quotes in here from the local dialect and from Gasparini as well. Grateful for 3 years living there. And he does say, so he mentions about where he's going next, and he doesn't even state it. To investors, he doesn't even. It'll be whatever project comes next. But presumably, when he left them 5 days ago, he knew he was coming to Newcastle, surely, because you don't leave them 5 days. You don't leave that role if you've not got a job lined up. So, Sam, you're a LinkedIn professional. What does this mean?
I think it means that he's not thought through his statement well enough, quite frankly, because yes, I think we could all quite happily assume that he knew what project that he was going on to next, but it could be more ambiguous than that and high level to say, actually, I don't know what my role and remit is going to be at Newcastle in terms of what is the actual thing that we're looking for, what is the player profile, what do we want to see, or is it going to be more of a Moneyball type thing? Are we just going to play stats and statistic games? So yeah, it's good. He sounds fantastic though. I'm quite happy about this.
There was a little bit that you missed earlier as well before you joined us. I'd like to get your opinion on, and it was an Eddie Howe statement about Paul Mitchell. And when he found out about the fact that Paul Mitchell was leaving. So correct me if I'm wrong, but there was some kind of summit that happened. And then there was the announcement pretty much straight after. And we all thought that they all knew. Eddie's come out with a quote. My phone exploded. I was just enjoying the second day of my holiday and that quickly went sour. It was the second day. I didn't know. It was a complete surprise to me and a big disappointment because we had stability. We were planning for the summer ahead. there's more to it. He talks about Dan Ashworth. They've been down that road before, but that's come from Eddie Howe directly. That's completely different to what we were told like last month.
Isn't it just wow? And I do trust Eddie's integrity when he talks about things like that. Do you know what my immediate thought is? Actually, it sort of goes back to the whole: if you two are working together so succinctly, surely you would have known if there was a rabbit off or your very close colleague was dissatisfied in any way. So that tells me that maybe things weren't right between them. A very interesting comment. And why didn't he know about it? Yeah.
Weird,
what
right?
did you
Billy
think?
and I have
That
both
is weird.
we've both said that Eddie Howe is giving us no reason to distrust him. As weird as this quote is, I personally am going to give him the benefit of the doubt morally, not that he requires my approval, but based on everything I've heard from him so far, I'm happy to believe that. But it is a bit weird, isn't it?
Very strange, very strange. And apologies to Baz Down Under, who's been a bit upset with me for being late. I do apologise.
We've got more as well. Sam Odysseus Vlachodimos doesn't want to live in Mexico. Doesn't want to leave. Apparently, we were going to send him there. It didn't happen. We might loan him to Villarreal. So we will see if that happens. James Trafford. Billy, I'll leave this one up to you. Have you seen the news today?
Seems like it's going to Man City, doesn't it? Yeah. Burnley were waiting all along to go and get the price up so they could pay their percentage off back to Man City. And strangely enough, Man City had a buyback clause also. And it looks like Edison's on his way. And so Trafford's going to Man City, it seems.
I think it's soon time to make a little graphic of players we've tried to sign and failed. Because it's racking up now. It's almost a list. So that's Ekitike not signed. Obviously, Pedro not signed. And Mbuemo not signed. Trafford not signed. It's quite a lot of the players that we clearly wanted.
Doesn't make for good reading, does it?
Not really. And the fact that we lost our sporting director on top of that, it's quite chaotic. So the Alanga obviously signing is a nice silver lining, but it doesn't look good from the outside in, no?
No, I mean, I'm personally excited about a techie guy coming in because of the window that we've had. Like, this is the ray of light that I have stooped to. I'm excited about the Suds, the tech guy.
A techie guy's got to be better than techie guy, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Right,
so I'll do some super chats.
Yeah, go for a couple more super chats, Billy, please.
I will do. We've got Jazz, who's been a member for 10 months. Eddie sending Isaac home was the worst decision he could have made in terms of fueling the rumours. We look amateurish. We'll discuss that in a minute. Christopher Rowell with a super chat. He says, think possibility every signing we've made have been great. Just need to just the process. On the plus side, Eddie has signed a new contract. Has he? Agent Tech Street's been a member for 19 months. I also wrote one saying, Isaac not for sale. Scroll down, Billy. It's well worded. I shall have a look further up, mate. Callum Brown, the super chat. Missing out on Pedro hurts me more than it does. See what he's doing for Chelsea at the Club World Cup.
And brilliant.
Revenger 32 again with another super chat. Thanks very much. Eddie has believed that we can compete signing players wanted by the Big Six, and most likely Mitchell tried to convince him we're 1 to 2 years away. Facts are, so far, we have missed all the signings versus the Big Six. That is a fact. Eric with a super chat. We are being lapped by the teams right now. Peter Garthwaite with a super chat. I do not believe for a second you can't tell me you wouldn't know if your boss was leaving. There you go.
Yeah. Funny one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funny one.
But who's telling the truth? Do we think that Eddie's maybe embellishing a little bit here?
I mean, I have my reservations, but I'd rather not. I was going to say I'd rather not say it publicly as I'm saying it publicly, but I'd rather trust him. I want to trust him. I don't have no reason to distrust him, but the information we've got as a fan base is pretty bad, and it's hard not to speculate, isn't it?
I mean, he did say that we had no interest in Harvey Barnes. He was the next dream sign and a deal. So he does have a little bit of a
I think when it comes to transfers, that's fine. We've got to play the game. But when it comes to, the business side of things, I think we should be able to be, a little bit more honest if it's in our interest to do so. I do find it strange, though. You would surely know if he was leaving, if you had the relationship that you boasted to have, that everything was rosy in the garden. I think you would have known.
I do agree. Right, just for the sake of helping while Paul's away, I'd like to do a thing. What are we at now in the chat? We're on 674 likes, guys. If we can get that to 1,000, I'll show you a player we're linked with. But it's got to get to 1,000. So support the channel. Give us some likes. We're over halfway there, and then we will go and review an actual player that we probably won't sign, but we'll look at him, so it's fine.
You know what, Alex? That was sounding so good until you said that last bit. Like,
hey, we're truthful.
You're still going to be disappointed at the end of it.
You've got to be honest. He'll probably go to Chelsea. Who knows? Just another thing that people can watch if they would like to, but again, later, not now. Here is a little appearance from our new technical director on the Pacey Performance podcast. Not seen that before, but looks interesting. It is like an hour podcast of him talking about loads and loads of different things. Sports data science, Microsoft, cohesion, data science versus sports science. There's loads of different things. Tactical revolutions. So there is a very cool thing that you can go watch if you want to hear him. So we've got loads of insights for this guy that we didn't have with some other previous employees at the club. So some great stuff. I'm very excited to go and listen to those. And there is also, for the nerdy amongst you, which I know there is a few. I know not everybody likes my jam. There is also this as well, which is a paper written by him with Harvard University and Laurie Shaw when he was at Benfica. Routine Inspection, a playbook for corner kicks, which is a lovely tactical analysis paper on corners specifically, about how the fact in sort of elite football, less than 2% of corners are successful, talking about how to squeeze a bit more out of corners. So he's clearly very, very experienced, knows his stuff, but he's from a mathematical data science background, but loves his football. So right up my street. But
the long winter.
Go read it if you want to.
Buying his house.
Can I say something on that, Alex? Because I think that the Harvard paper actually alludes to him not just knowing data. He's not just obviously a geek who is great at data science, but if he's written a paper on tactics that actually marries up with statistics, that shows that he's got some type of football intelligence. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, get a subs tattoo. That's a good idea. I like that.
I'm not getting that as my tattoo.
Get his full name on your back.
Oh dear, I'm not making any promises again because I've already got to get one tattoo for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Deary me. But yeah, please make sure you go and check him out. But make sure you're also liking, guys. But before we do anything else, make sure you click the like button and make sure you are subscribed so you can come back next time, because Paul is away on holiday. So show some support for us three while we're holding the fort up. We will be doing shows. I think every other day-ish we're scheduled in for, but we are going to go live if some cool things happen, especially if we sign someone. So that's definitely happening. Maybe not the signing someone, but we'll see. Make sure as well, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member with the join button, and that is underneath Sam down there somewhere. And there is also a $sign that you can click if you want to just donate. So make sure you do that. Where are we up to in likes, guys? Shall we have a little check?
Yeah, have a look. Apparently we're getting close.
Are we there?
No.
Oh, we're nearly there. Close. We're nearly at 900 now. Keep going, guys. We're actually pretty close. So just hit it a few more times, and then we can crack on with the new player.
Smash it.
Billy, have you got anything else you would like to cover today? Because there's been so much news, and I had to cram this all in as soon as I got home from work at 5:30. So is there anything I've not yet mentioned you would like to discuss?
Just not to mention the debacle at Celtic Park on Saturday, wouldn't it?
Oh, of course, slipped my mind. I have watched it back.
Conveniently,
very busy. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. I wish I hadn't.
Firstly, there were some positives. Very few, but there were some, and one of those was Sven Botman. He was absolutely outstanding in the 45 minutes he played. I felt Kieran Trippier played quite well. I thought Alex Murphy was good second half, and I thought Bruno played well first half, and Willa Sula, maybe Harvey Barnes, but after that, very little. And the worst one for me, I say worst, God, it's not a competition, but Joe Willock was absolutely diabolical.
Agreed.
He was cowardly. He hid behind defenders. He hid away from the ball. He showed no pace. He showed no aptitude to try and get on the ball. Really poor for pre-season friendly, where you're supposed to be trying to get your hand up to the manager to show that you want to be playing football this season, I thought.
Sam, what were your thoughts on the game?
I liked Bruno. I like seeing what Bruno could do. He's come back with the same sort of like fire that he left with. He's doing some nice turns, passing the ball quite well in the middle, which was really good to see. First half, that is, tailed off a little bit, but I sort of to be expected. I thought the 3 youngsters who came on at the end showed some promise. So I was really pleased with them. Young Alexander Murphy as well. I thought he did a really good job. So I was quite pleased for him, because he's had some difficult times recently with his loan spell and stuff. So it was good to see him doing all right and doing far better than Willock. Absolutely right, Billy. Put your hand up, lad. Show us what you can do, and that's what you deliver. No. Get in the bin. Get in the bin. Target you and Al.
Oh, he was crap as well. Yeah, he was dreadful.
Yeah, he was. Don't forget that one. He was shit too.
He was dreadful.
Can I ask
Very
your opinion
strong
on
word.
Asula though, Alex?
Yeah.
I love the kid. I love his energy. He's frantic. Nobody knows what to do with him because he doesn't know what he's doing himself. I love the work rate. Final product, or is it just defensively crowding the box? What's your opinion?
Having watched it back, I thought he was okay. I thought he was very unfortunate not to have scored a goal. I think he did enough to get a goal. There were a couple of good blocks, and he did quite a lot with nothing. He engineered a lot for himself in a few moments. I think we were very poor in getting him some reasonable service. I don't think the midfield worked at all. I think it was horrendous. Eddie House talked about getting the balance right. Oh, not only was it the wrong personnel, the balance was non-existent in that midfield. It was very much scroll back 12 to 18 months where we were just getting hurt on the transition all the time. Lewis Miley is not a recovery run player, and I've been banging on this door for a year, and everybody absolutely hammers me for it. Lewis Miley's not pacey, and he struggles to sort of get back when we're getting hurt on the transition, as does Bruno. And Willock was it should be quick enough and just wasn't doing it. So we got punished. They were knocking the ball around like prime Barcelona in a few movements. There were a few passing sequences where they were playing some beautiful football and we looked awful. I agree, Matt Targett, well out of his depth. I thought Kraft was poor when he came on as well. Yeah. Joe White was What were we going to do with him?
Good. I thought Travis Hearns looked good when he came on.
Hearns looked okay, although who lost his man for the last header? Was it 67?
It's Miley.
67. Is it Miley?
Miley.
I think it was him, unless it was a different number. Whoever lost his man at the end in the box was poor as well. Nick Pope, what are you doing, my friend? Like we're looking at other goalkeepers. Stop it. What is that? What a game. Absolutely shocking.
I think it's fair to say about Nick Pope, though, all the times he's run out and tried to clear things, that's only the second or third time he's cocked up. So, best get out of the way in pre-season as doing that in the Premier League.
Well, yeah, there is that. There is the whole, let's not read too much into it because it was just a pre-season game. Maybe we were trying loads of things, but it was quite bad. We got pumped 4-0 by a Scottish team. I'm very sorry, guys.
Let's talk about Sven Botman. Talk about Sven Botman because he was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, Sven Botman looked good. Jamal Lascelles, fantastic to see him back playing football. Welcome back, Jamal, the club captain. However, he stepped up. Do you remember I used to complain about this quite a lot as well? He stepped up like 3 times and just completely lost the play. The play was like 20 yards behind him, and he was just in midfield. It's like, Jamal, mate, what are you doing? Where are you going? He's going to take some time.
You could give him a little bit of grace. However, it's been a long time. Some of our lads, yes, you've had a bit of a holiday, but I wouldn't expect you to stop knowing how to play football. Like some of them just looked clueless. And Willock, do you know what annoyed me? He just goes down like a prosy in a brothel. It just drives me insane. He's just, what you said before, Billy, quite cowardly in my opinion. What?
I only just clocked what you'd said then.
Sorry.
He was, though.
It's not Friday, guys. It's Monday.
The amount of times I saw him was like standing square to the ball, but behind the defender, not trying to move so he's in space, but just staying there and just not wanting the ball. Oh, I thought it was horrific. I really did. I
don't know about you guys, but I think maybe we were good for a goal, maybe 2 if I'm really generous. But I think they could have scored 5 or 6.
I thought we started pretty well. I thought the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, and we've said this before a few times, I thought we looked pretty good. But after that, Christ almighty.
Right, we're going to have to go to the player because everyone's whinging at me that we've hit 1,000 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. You are absolute legends. So, shall we go and have a look? Let's spill the beans. He's been linked today across multiple publications. We have Evan Guesson.
Guesson.
I don't know. I mean, it's Ivory Coast, so I don't know if he was born in France, but he plays for the Ivory Coast. I don't know if his surname is from an Ivory Coast background or just a French background. Of course, they do both speak French. So, don't know. We'll go with Evan. What are you saying, Billy?
It's Guesson.
Guesson. We'll go with Guesson. Evan Guesson. He is a forward. He's not been playing as the furthest forward for Nice, which is his club in France, in Ligue 1. He is on rather modest change in 17,000 euros per week, contracted until June 2028. Last season, he played just under 2,600 minutes with 20 goal contributions, which is quite nice. It's 12 goals, 8 assists. It's not bad. And he is also a 24-year-old. So he's got a good physical profile, good age profile. He's had a good season last year. Is a lot more affordable than some of these other targets. It doesn't scream, I'm going to run to the club shop and get his shirt, sort of is the name on the shirt straight away. But it's a good profile, certainly. Before I scroll down, any thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I like him.
Looks like she's got she's holding her cards.
Well, I was going to be courteous and let Billy go, but I've seen it an opportunity. Wages, we can absolutely compete and better that a little bit. We look like we've got some good minutes there, so I'm liking the look of that. Decent age profile. Yeah, I'm pleased if this is a true link then, and if we're looking abroad now, good about bloody time. Excited to see more.
Europa League participation as well. A few should have scored a little bit more, to be fair. Running slightly hot on his goals scored. He probably should have had 9, but got 12. And also exceeded his expected assist. So maybe running a little bit hot. But we'll scroll down and we'll have a look at the data. We do have data for 2 positions because he's played up front and he's played behind the striker. I will go and show you that. So this is his data as an attacking midfielder / winger. They do play some funny formations. It's very sort of Man United formation. And I say that, don't hate on me. That's Amorim's kind of style. He plays just behind the striker on either side, it seems. Defensive metrics are really impressive, above average in most of them. The shots is okay, just above average. He's got obviously good goal scoring and assisting metrics, which are nice. A little bit middle of the pack in terms of ball progression, but he is quite often the furthest forward with a high rate of successful take-ons. Now, I watched quite a lot of this bloke on my lunch break because I didn't have time to research him because we only got linked today. So if anybody says they've seen loads of this guy, unless you're a Nice fan, I call bullshit. Yeah, he's okay based on YouTube clips, but of course they are cherry picked to show you a lot of the positives. So we do have to take that with a large pinch of salt. He looks really good at initiating counterattacks. He's very partial to a nutmeg, a chop, a drop of the shoulder, and physicality, and just drives away. He's got a bit of that about him, which I find Isak struggles with from deeper positions. And he does seem to, in a lot of these clips, be the furthest forward and can be a physical beast and get through centre halves and stuff. He does offer something slightly different to what Isak does, although he is playing a lot further further back. If we do toggle his data to a forward, it looks a lot cleaner. However, I think this is maybe a bit dishonest of me because a lot of what I've seen of him, he is playing behind the striker. So this is probably not true. This is just read the numbers, not the percentiles. So ignore the colours, guys. It's still quite impressive, though. So in terms of how he profiles, if you want to see some stat matches, we've got, if we profile him as an attacking forward-ish, not a striker, we've got Adeyemi, Mitoma, Cody Gakpo. You've got Semenyo on this list, Iñaki Williams, Kevin Schade, who I know Billy is terrified of. So you've got some, not him specifically, his football, his pace. You've got some really interesting counter-attacking players there, and some pace merchants, some good technical quality in that list. If we toggle him to forwards, it's quite interesting as well. You've got Diego Jota on that list, RIP. You've got Marcus Thuram. So you've got some physical players on this list when you toggle him to a forward, which is quite interesting. Shout out to Mr. Ayoze Perez, who was on the list as well.
Yeah.
Seasons so far, this has been his breakout. If we scroll across, so previous to this last season, which was much better, he'd only ever scored 6 goals in Ligue 1 as a maximum, and did play in the Swiss Super League for Lucerne Sport, and got 7 goals and 5 assists. So it's a breakout for the 24-year-old. This was his year. This just happened. So it'd be interesting to see who else is interested in him and how much he might go for. What are we thinking so far? Now you've been sold. Have I sold you the dream?
A bit mounting for me.
Billy's still on the fence. Sam, we on the fence?
I am on the fence. I'm excited that we're looking further afield. I'd like us to actually sign some players. So if it means going abroad, then it's something that we do need to take into consideration. But yeah, it depends how much we get him for. It's always down to the moolah. We need depth.
So what would get you to off the fence? A low transfer fee?
I think there's better than that in France. I think if we went to Lyon, who are having financial problems, you could look at Miku Tadze, who's very much the same job as that, and probably better at it for me. I know we're not linked.
A few people saying absolutely not. A few people saying sign him, sign anyone. Yes, guys, he does play for the Ivory Coast at national level. So there is the AFCON, the Africa Cup of Nations, to consider, which is happening next year. So got to be considered. So some matches. He had a great time against Brest with a goal and an assist.
Nice Brest.
now you two. No, I don't want to bet on your funny. Oh, it won't let me get rid of it. Okay, fine. We'll super zoom. No, we're glossing over that. So you have the funny formation. So this is what I meant by the Amarim formation, and then you've got 2 behind the striker. So this is him out on the left behind Laborde, however we're saying his name. He dropped an 8.6 in this game where they absolutely destroyed them. Heat map is interesting. He's clearly quite versatile and play. I don't know why there's a man in a suit behind my graphic. Let's move across. He's been everywhere. He's clearly initiating attacks from the left, from the right. He's getting involved right in the center of the box. I really do like where he plays. I think this is a player that, despite all my love for stats, he passes the eye test more so. He looks really good when he plays football. Shot map is great as well. 4 shots in this game with a goal and an assist. He had 4 pops at goal, 5 out of 7 completed dribbles as well with a key pass. An absolute physical monster with 10 out of 18 ground duels. He won his only aerial as well. I do really like how he profiles physically. He did struggle, it seems. If I go back, it did look like he struggled in high pressing and positioning is apparently one of his strengths. It looked like he struggled in moments last year.
Weaknesses, ball control. Oh dear.
Well, I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. I think his ball control is really impressive. I think that's nonsense. Having watched him, for somebody that he seems like he's got really good close control in tight areas, and he's like eye of the needling through legs. But again, I've only watched the better clips of him, so we'd have to give him a better assessment than that.
He is heavily linked with another club in the Premier League, though, Stato. You do know that, didn't you?
Yeah, but then we got linked with him more so today. So
I mean, he's heavily linked with Sunderland.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
That didn't come up. Well, that's going to go down like an absolute house on fire in the chat.
If we lose a player to Sunderland. This is just gonna like top off this shite window for me so far. Listen, for me, the lad's 24. We know what Eddie can do with players, reaching a ceiling. He's not even at his peak yet. There's still something that Eddie could probably coach and train into him. Yeah, I'd probably take him for the right fee. His wages aren't that high either. It might be worth a punt. And to be honest, I'm getting a little bit desperate over here. So, yes.
What do you mean? Come on, do your research. We got a link today, and I have a job. Sorry, guys. So price-wise, current market value at 25 mil. Highest it's ever been based off the back of his impressive season. Player agent is One Team Management, who do not oversee anybody that we really deal with, so it's kind of irrelevant that. I think it would be an interesting pickup, but it would have to be for really cheap. Like I'd take him for 20, 25. If you told me we could sort of take Joe Willock out the side and put this guy in, I would say yes, let's do it. As long as we're still going for other areas and other positions. But if we are going to have to pay, more than we'd like to, absolutely not, walk away. Because I think that I agree with Billy, agree with what you said. I think there can definitely be better out there for similar roles. But this does fit the profile that we were looking at with the João Pedro and that kind of mold in behind the striker who can do a bit of all of that front line role. It holds weight in terms of what we were looking for positionally, but maybe we are getting further down the list at this point. So yeah.
Another big link today, of course, was Randal Kolo Muani. Hugely linked with him.
Yes, his name has crept back up again from Juventus, of course. Juventus having a bit of a mad one with what's his face, Vlahovic. Is that his name?
He's been on loan there, wasn't he? It's still a PSG asset.
Yeah, so obviously he's gone back to PSG and Juventus have terminated Vlahovic's contract. So Juventus are now completely without the forward line. They've just had the season just ended. So they're in a very different situation. Kolo Muani, Sam, from PSG.
I don't want to be so complete transparency. I don't watch a lot of PSG. I have seen this lad play recently, but I think the price tag is going to be very, very high, and I'm not sure. I'll have to be wowed by some fabulous stats here.
Has the Jonathan David transfer happened now to Juventus? Is that sorted? Is it?
I'm not sure.
Can people in the chat also stop trying to sell us Darwin Nunez? Like, Liverpool fans, you are welcome, but pack it in. Respectfully, well done with Ekitike. He's going to be fantastic for you. But stop trying to sell us Darwin Nunez. Absolutely, just stop it. Don't be silly.
I'm a fan of this kid.
Somebody was asking me a question.
I'm a fan of this kid. I really am. I think he's got everything you want in a striker: physical, pace, good finish.
He's a monster.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's got all the physical bits that Isak doesn't have.
I agree.
So, shot volume is really, really good. He's very good at ball progression as well, because I think more so because of his chonk than his ball skills, as good as he is technically. If you're going to try and 50-50 him, you're going to struggle to win that, because he's a very strong player. I think he does kind of suit how we play as well. Would he come to us? Does he not seem like one of those sort of snobby European signings that wants to play? He wants to live in Paris. He wants to live in pretty cities in Italy. Is he not going to be one of those that kind of turns his nose up? Or because we've had a lot of that.
Was he at Dortmund or one of those places?
He was at Frankfurt, I believe. He was up front for Frankfurt. Yeah.
So I think he would come.
Played in the final for them.
Yeah, 100%. I think he'd come. And I think Newcastle's a far more beautiful city than any of those you've mentioned.
Oh, I completely agree. But the media doesn't.
I mean, Rome. Of course, seen Rome. Status of men builders. So they look like thousands of years old, some of them.
Why does Perez keep appearing on all these lists?
I enjoyed that, Billy. Thank you.
Spanish international, isn't he, now?
He is. He's been very, very good since he left us. Won a bloody FA Cup and got into the national team. Did fantastic. Won the European Cup.
Listen, is nobody concerned about this lad's age for the what I suspect is high price tag.
It's going to be expensive.
Yeah,
I mean,
50 million.
should we put a price on him? What do we think Kolo Muani is going to be?
50? Yeah,
I mean, transfer mark to saying 30. They are having an absolute giraffe. They are 30 mil.
We'll take a punt for that.
Rated at 80 in this previously highest market value. Player agent being relatives. Interesting. That never goes well, does it? DR Congo.
I love him. I think he's a great player. I'd pay 40 to 50 for him. No danger. No danger.
Injuries. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at his injuries. Yeah, if he's got 16 pounds, that looks all
right. He is a robot. He doesn't get injured.
Oh, this is good.
That's a total of 9 days in what appears to be his entire senior career, which is impressive.
Absolutely.
Most people at work have got 9 days this year. Never mind his entire career. That's very impressive. Yeah.
How much would you want to buy him for, though, Alex?
I mean, we've kind of showed our hand now because we dropped 80 million euros on the table for Ekitike, which is a bit of a problem. I don't know. I mean, would they take him? I tell you what, best case scenario, we get him on a loan to buy.
Yeah.
Loan with an option would be lovely, but I don't know if Eddie doesn't seem to like. Well, I don't know if he doesn't like that setup, but we know he just doesn't like loans generally because he doesn't want to develop other people's players, which I get that. But a loan with an option could be cute. Could work in our favour financially. Depends what the fee would be, though.
Yeah, and you know what? Right price, and it leaves money in the kitty to strengthen elsewhere, which we need to. We saw that Celtic game. If the one thing that came out of that game for me, it was showing, my goodness, anything outside our starting 11 ain't up to scratch. So yeah, that leaves more money. Great.
Yeah, it's been a long time, to be fair. I just get memories of the funny Australian All-Stars game when we just got absolutely pumped. What was it, like 8-1, 7-1 or something? I just get memories of that. Like, until our depth is fixed, I'm just going to have nightmares because you're not wrong. As soon as we try and call upon more than four or five players of depth, we just get pumped by whoever we play, and it's really concerning. It's really bad.
Yeah.
We'll just do some super chats before we disappear. Where did we get up to, Billy? It was, I believe, I think it was Malcolm Taylor.
No, it was Peter Garthwaite. Peter Garthwaite was the last one.
Was it Peter? Okay, so we are here.
Yes.
The Warren Dinning, £5 super chat. Thank you. Eddie is not lying. He's been elaborate in that. Yes, he knew he was leaving, just not at that time. I don't know, Warren. Don't know. You believe what you want to believe. I don't know. I trust Eddie, but it still doesn't look great from the outside. You got to agree with that. Kari Anderson with the 50 Norwegian kroner, I think that is. Alex has to believe in Santa Claus. He thinks we'll sign someone this week. Summer is hot in weather, but transfers not. Give us a big smile, please. No. We're not gonna get a big smile. Not until we sign another player, because I was happy with Alanga, but now that's starting to wear off a bit. We need more. We really need more.
Maybe we should sign Santa Claus. Apart from the colours,
can he play centre half?
Yeah, the colours though. The colours let him down, didn't they?
Bad centre.
This whole situation stinks from Malcolm Taylor. Following on from such a wonderful season, the club has once again become a laughingstock. Speculation is rife. Communication is nil. Bring all Mandy back. Love the show. Thank you, Malcolm. I don't like what you're saying, but I can't really disprove it. Yeah, we do look a bit silly.
I agree.
I mean, I work with a lot of fans, sort of Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, and they all keep saying to me every day, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. None of us do. We don't know what's happening. My Smeargle reminds of Callum Wendo. Would love either of them. Oh, Billy, I was actually looking at him today, you know.
Like, we love Callum Wendo, don't we?
Yeah, we researched him. I think it was the season we bought Bruno. We were linked with Callum Wendo. He was I think he was a PSG youngster and went to loads of different places.
Didn't he really play? He played fantastically well in the game. We were supposed to be watching Ekitike and he lasted about 3 minutes. think he played in that game,
It might
didn't
have
he?
been, yeah.
He was superb.
I think it was that. Yeah, he's good Callum window. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come to the Premier League at some point in the next couple of years. James Morrison, thank you for your $1.99 super chat. Meant to have a medical today at the Scum. Fell through £22 million.
Are you sure that's Gesson or not? Lovey from Sassuolo. I can't say his name. But
I think it's that one. I
don't think
it's
it's the
that
same
one that's
player.
fallen through. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Lovey Entes or something?
Yes.
Sassuolo.
That sounds about right.
Maybe. The only other thing, obviously, that we haven't mentioned tonight, guys, is we were linked with the Athletic were reporting the Visser from Brentford stuff. Is that dead now that sort of Ambuemo to Man United looks like it's probably going to happen?
I mean, you'd fear for Brentford if they're selling more players, wouldn't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I think that's dead in the water now. They'd be very vulnerable if they let him go, and very displeased fan base, I think.
Well,
That's
who do we buy?
That's not to say it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't see it personally.
But it's looking interesting. Billy, when's our next show?
Wednesday night at the precise moment in time, unless something amazingly happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hope nothing does, because I want to watch the Lionesses.
Oh, that is true as well. I will ask Sam when we're off there whether she's available for the rest of the week. We won't commit her now while everybody's watching. Won't do that. We won't do a poll. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Much appreciated. Thank you for all the likes and support. Make sure you do, if you haven't already, just pop another like in. Just top it up before you disappear. Make sure you do subscribe. Come back for Wednesday. So in 2 days' time will be 7 p.m. kickoff UK time. Sam, did you want to say something? You got your. You look like you
no, I
want to
was
say
saying
something,
please, because you were sort of doing like, please give us a like, and I was saying yes, please, we would like that.
It's because your camera keeps freezing. There you go. It's done
I know.
it again.
Do you know what it is? I've my telly's on at the wall, as in just the power's on, and I think that's what causes my bad connection, because I feel like I've been pretty okay for the last couple of weeks. I think it's the telly. Anyway, apologies. I'll turn it off next time.
That's a good squeeze.
Butch with a very late super chat. Must admit, I'm very down with this window. It'll be fine. We'll sign someone in, hopefully more than one player. Don't worry about it. But yeah, make sure you've subscribed. Come back on Wednesday. Make sure you vote for us in the Football Content Creator Awards. The link is in the description. That's very, very important as well. Thank you for all the mods for helping out. You are amazing as always. There you go. I Like Coffee's got the link. So follow that description. Go down in there. Vote for that stuff. Very, very important. Thank you everybody for watching. Much appreciated. I was going to say, should we let Sam do the send-off, Billy, or do you want to do it?
Yeah, do it. Do it, Sam. Yeah, go for it.
Go on, Sam. Thank you everybody for watching. Oh no, I've got to tee you up. I've got to tee you up first. You've got to do it again.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.
Come back
and check out the green.